Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I am Tanya Khanna and today I am here with makeup do's and don'ts video. This video is beneficial for each and every person who loves makeup, whether he or she is a beginner or a makeup pro. There are some little mistakes that we do unintentionally and it becomes clearly visible on high quality cameras when we are clicking pictures or filming any video. I am not a makeup artist but can definitely show some tips and tricks that you should do and you should not do. You are going to learn a lot from this video and will get better and better. This is my don't side and this is my do side. All the mistakes that we make is showed on this side and this is my flawless, the makeup is on point side. So before jumping straight into the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be a part of my YouTube family. And do comment below what you think about this video. I replied. And the most important thing before doing your makeup is priming your skin. And for that I'm not going to use primer on this side, which is my bad side. And for this side I'm using this Color Essence pre-makeup base in a small quantity and applying it only on this side for a smooth finish and flawless look. Primer fills the pores and leaves your skin with a smooth and even surface. And on this side makeup will not last as long because there is no primer. Not priming your skin is the worst thing that you can do to your face because primers act as a barrier between your skin and the makeup product. Primer is suitable for each and every type of skin, whether it is dry, oily or combination. Next step is foundation, and for that always choose matte finish foundation or oil free foundation if you have oily skin, or if you have dry skin go for moisturizing or hydrating cream foundation. And for the foundation shade, always choose the foundation which is 1 or 2 shades lighter than your actual skin tone. And to apply foundation on my bad side, I am taking this Lakme 925 Weightless Mousse foundation, which is not right for my actual skin tone and my actual skin type. Taking it out on my brush and applying it like this, which is not the right way to apply foundation. Applying foundation like this is another thing that you should stop doing. If you rub it around your face, you are not going to get good coverage and it will also make your skin look flaky and rough. And for my good side, I am taking this Fit Me foundation from Maybelline, shade is 115 Ivory. Taking it out at the back of my hand and with the help of a beauty blender, I am dabbing it on my face for clean, smooth and even finish. I am also covering neck area on my good side so that it does not separate my face and my neck. This is looking separated, different face color and different neck color. Next is concealer. People often go for brightest concealer to make their under eye brighter, but that is not right. Always go for the shade which is 1 shade lighter than your foundation shade. And on my bad side, I am covering it like this. I have seen people applying concealer only on under eye. They focus only on the dark circle area, but this is not right. What you have to do, apply it in a V shape and taking it out from here and blend this thing using a damp beauty blender. And on my bad side, I am using the same brush which I used to apply foundation here and rubbing it like this. It looks seamless, natural and without any harsh lines. It looks flawless and little bit more lifted than the other eye. To set everything in place, I am using this Colorbox face powder from Oriflame and taking a lot of quantity of this powder and applying it like this. It will start looking cakey if you apply too much powder. And on my good side, I am taking a light quantity and applying it on my skin, dabbing it lightly. It will help your makeup to last long and the foundation will not move from your face. Don't drag it, just dab it. Next step is contouring, and for that I am taking this eyebrow bronze palette from Hilary Rhoda and taking a good quantity of bronzer and applying it here using a large fluffy brush. I am applying it way too much, too low and too dark. And for my good side, I am taking this brush which is precise, taking a less quantity, just tap it and apply it using really light hands. When you see here, you have a natural brown line going on, so I am applying it there to enhance its depth. And starting from my hairline, I am not going to pass this area and blending it upwards, not downwards, because we don't want to look like this. And for my nose too, I'm taking the same brush and tapping off the excess, applying it using a really light hands. And for my back side, I'm applying too much bronzer here. We don't want a darker looking nose because we surely don't want to look like a clown. Same thing goes here. Contouring needs too much blending, so blend, blend and blend to get the perfect natural look. And for the blush, the right way to choose the perfect blush for your cute cheeks is to hold your hand like this and count till 10. And when you open your palm, the natural pink color that you get here is the perfect shade for your blush. And for my back side, I'm taking Cheek Kit from SFR Color and taking this shade, which is way much darker than my actual skin tone, and applying it like this. Don't move your brush in round motion because this is what you will get after doing that. And for my good side, I'm taking this Estee Lauder palette and taking a little quantity and applying it here and sweeping it out. Start from here and sweep it out for a natural flush of color. For my eyebrows, I'm taking the same palette which I used for my contouring. I'm taking the black shade from this palette and applying it starting from here and taking it down till the end of my brows. I have also seen people creating a box-like shape here to fill in their brows, which looks really bad. And on my good side, I'm mixing this brown and grey color together, tapping off the excess and applying it here with really light hands. You can skip the area where you have naturally good growth and focus on the areas with less growth. Or if you want to add some hairs in this area, you can just put it here and apply it using hair-like strokes. Brushing it using this spoolie to blend any harsh lines and to make it more natural. For my eye shades, which is the next step, I have seen people directly applying dark shades to their eyelids, which is not right. So I am taking this dark shade from the palette. This is Sweet Rose Eyeshadow 14 color palette, and using this foam brush, applying it all over my lid. And on my good side, I am taking this clean and round fluffy brush and taking a lighter color on this palette, tapping off the excess and focusing on the crease line, holding the brush from back for a nice blended look. Blend it nicely to make your transition shade look natural. You can see the difference. For my eyeliner, I'm taking this Lakme Insta Liner. Starting it from the inner corner, I'm taking it to the outer corner and trying to create a wing. And on my good side, I'm starting it from here. So here is a tip. Whenever you are trying to create a winged liner, start from the middle, which is under the point of your eyebrows, and then create a wing, dragging the brush outwards and join from this line. Fill this area and join this from inner corners. For my lower waterline, I'm taking this kajal from Faces and applying it here. And for my good side, I'm just applying 2 to 3 strokes. This eye is looking a lot more beautiful than this one. You don't need to draw black boundaries around your eyes. It will look weird. And for my lashes, I'm taking this one and applying a lot of glue here. Like this. Putting it on my eyelids. It will definitely fall. And for my good side, I am applying a really thin layer of lash glue, focusing mainly on the corners. Keep it aside and let it dry for 15 to 20 seconds. And now I am applying it here, placing in the middle first and attaching each corner one by one. After applying lashes, I am moving on to the mascara on both upper and lower lashes. Try to cover each and every strand of your lash when you are applying mascara. And I'm not going to apply mascara on this side. This is looking really bad. And I'm curling my lashes using this lash curler. It created an illusion that I have one big eyelash. and leave this side. For the highlighter is one which completes your look, which makes you look more fresh and glowy, and for that I'm using this highlighter from In Color, applying a lot on my bad side. On my good side, I'm taking a little quantity, tapping off the excess and applying it using really light hands to give a natural flush of color, that you are shining and glowing like a human and not like a sun. On my inner corners, bridge of my nose and on my cupid's bow. Little bit on forehead and my chin. And for my lips, I'm taking this Ultim Pro Faces Canada Matte Lip Crayon. Shade is My Desire 38 and I'm applying it on the bad side, trying to create a fuller lip. On my good side, I'm first lining my lip. Lip pencil should always be one shade darker than your actual lip shade that you are going to apply. So I'm first lining my lips and then filling it in. And this completes my look. This completes my look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this do's and don'ts video. If you do some of these things, do let me know in the comment section. And that's it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.